Good day, everyone. I am Jermaine Davis, taking Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, and I am one of your reporter for today. So, for today's discussion, our topic is all about telltale signs and effects of plagiarism. So, by the end of this discussion, you should be able to know and understand the telltale signs of plagiarism and identify the effects of plagiarism. So for the words that you are not familiar with, here are the definition of terms. So I guess you already have an idea about our topic by the words that flashed in the screen a while ago. So plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own, with or without their consent, by incorporating it into your work without full acknowledgement. Even if you aren't breaking the law, plagiarism can seriously impact your academic career, while the exact consequences of plagiarism vary by institution and severity common consequences. And the telltale signs of plagiarism is about independent of knowing the student's writing. Here are the telltale signs of plagiarism. A plagiarist always leaves behind a trail of telltale signs, and the teacher then becomes a detective following the clues and gathering the evidence. First one is sudden changes in audience, tone, vocabulary, sentence structure, level of sophistication, degree of depth, or understanding of topic. Sometimes the trail begins with just a turn of praise without the quotation marks. The teacher then becomes suspicious, especially if the student has never exhibited a clever use of words during the semester. That turn praise may remind the teacher of a particular for an author's writing style is like a fingerprint. So, too is the way an author develops her or his ideas. As human beings, we may think alike, but we develop and express our ideas in our own individual styles. That seems far more sophisticated than that you normally see or expect in students of the same level. At other times, the student may have become desperate, especially toward the end of the semester, and so searches for an article in the internet in website or she or he thinks is obscure enough. The student translates the whole article to Filipino without the creativity using his or her own examples. The next one is missing reference. In the internet age, it is easy for a student to copy and paste. The internet is a source, but one has learned to sift through the deluge of information it offers. And even if the source is from the internet, a student still has to acknowledge the website as her or his source of research mind. Next, anything else that strikes you as different from a student's others' writing or interest? Some students are not that clever in plagiarizing. There's a situation here that there was a case of a graduating student in Ateneo de Manila who submitted an essay. The teacher summoned him and he admitted that he had his girlfriend who wrote it and his girlfriend did not know who his teacher was. So the teacher gave him another chance to write an essay on his own. But desperately, he plagiarized an article from internet and that was too much. So the teacher gave him an F and reported the matter to the dean. Lastly is changes in writing style. Writing style is a bit more vague than grammar rules, but most readers can pick up quickly the feel of how a piece was written. This includes whether it includes very flowery language or is very newspaper-like, keeping only essential details and conserving words. A sudden change in writing style, especially within a piece, is often an indication that some of the text came from a different source. Likewise, a sudden shift in an author's writing style from one piece to the next could indicate a possible plagiarism concern. This includes everything from subtle changes, such as excessively descriptive language, to more obvious ones, such as changing the perspective of the piece. Being said, talented writers can use radically different writing styles in different pieces if the task calls for it. Likewise, all others have their style change over time, but it is typically a gradual process. There is nothing wrong with borrowing another's ideas, but of course, we should never forget or fail to recognize who inspires us. Now let's proceed to effects of plagiarism. Borrowing is not a crime. Always remind your student this statement before giving their assignment, but always warn them to never ever fail to use quotation marks and the footnote or endnote when they borrow an author's findings to support their own position. So why do students copy? It begins with the way students in elementary and high school are trained. Also, one of the most reason why students tends to copy it is because of being fear of a failure. A core reason for procrastination, fear of failure is what affects student motivation and learning strategies. It appears when students dread to disappoint expectations or aren't sure of their writing skills and topic knowledge. We rail against plagiarism. It is because claiming another one's word is dishonest. The original author must have spent much time developing her or his thoughts and expressing this in a style uniquely her or his own. If the author discovers that someone else has copied her or his ideas, he or she can sue the plagiarist under the intellectual property rights. If a plagiarist is not found out, it will become a habit and it will be easy for him or her to lie, cheat, and be corrupt. When a plagiarist is finally found out in her or his professional life, he or she can lose a job. But worse, a plagiarist who eventually becomes corrupt will have lost his or her soul. Katapatan is all that is required of us to keep our integrity and dignity intact. There are many problems that lead to plagiarism among student or worker. Plagiarism is a big problem because it is considered as cheating. Due to easy access to the internet and lots of information can be obtained easily. Plagiarism happens due to certain reason. As a student or as a future educator, of course, we should avoid plagiarism because it is unethical. It is a form of theft by taking the ideas and words of other and pretending they are your own. You are stealing someone else's intellectual property. That is for our discussion for today. I hope you have learned a lesson and have a good day.